Hey everybody, welcome back. It is me, Sean from Keeping Up with the Nerds. Glad to see you all here. I hope you're all enjoying comic strips because this week, we brought up so many good topics and I'm gonna start us off. Let's start off with the bad. Not really bad, but kind of concerning. This is diverting a bit away from nerdy culture, but still some news involving tech. Highly involving tech. And what is it you're asking? It is a bill that is going through the Washington State legislator right now, and the bill is 2321. You can look it up online if you want to get more details or more information about it. But essentially, what it is saying, it's a Trojan horse. It wants to limit access and administrative abilities on your 3D printer. Now, Sean, a 3D printer, who cares? Like, it's a 3D printer. You see people printing things out for conventions and keychains and little things here and there. You don't hear anything negative coming out from 3D printers. There was an era when it first started out, the phantom guns. That has been really well regulated and managed. You don't hear about it in the news. Nobody printing out weapons. It's trinkets and it's toys. So why do they want to regulate your 3D printer, you may ask? Well, essentially, it forces the manufacturers to hard lock you out, turning your 3D printer into a black box if you choose to have any files that they don't deem within their respective right. Mind you, open source, everything that we get, the zip files from GitHub, other websites like that, if you have something of a line of code that doesn't work with the machine, just like the Nintendo Switch 2, if it detects any technology outside of Nintendo itself, boom, it's bricked, it's done. That's what they want the manufacturers to do with 3D printers now. This is essentially what the bill is wanting to do. It's also going in New York State as well. Unfortunately, this is now an era where we don't buy and own our technology. We buy the machine and we lease functionality. That's scary. We don't own anything entirely then, because what are you gonna do if you have something that bricks the machine? You can't repair it, you can't upgrade it, you have to buy a new one, essentially setting you back so much more money if it's something that you rely on. And I'm gonna diverge away from just the 3D printer alone, because it will extend if it passes. So it will lock it if the 3D printer, so what do you do then? You have to buy a new one. More e-waste, more money you're spending, and it's promoting dependency on the corporation, whoever that you're buying it from. Now, if it passes, it just won't stay with 3D printers. This could also be weaponized and used to regulate your computers, any digital device. Essentially, if there is something that they don't want you to have and the system itself picks it up, your device is done. It's kind of scary how they can put a chokehold on us, potentially, if this passes, because it just doesn't start with one thing. There is a domino effect. So if by any chance you know somebody in the Washington area or something that they can vote on, I feel like this is something that we really need to talk about and be aware of, because this is not publicized, it's not in the news, it's nowhere, and it's flying under the radar. We need more information on this, and it needs to be made public knowledge. Like, I feel if we can spread this information, it'll put a big spotlight on the heavy regulation, just like when they wanted to regulate the internet. That was crazy. They still are trying to do that. The fact that we can get this out would potentially, help us further technology, invent new things. If we are locked out of our device, how can we tweak it, modify, evolve technology and ourselves and promote creativity when all it does, this might hinder it. So, fortunately, Bill 2321 is out there. Let people know. And sorry, this is how we started off, but hey, you know what? It might not even go, it might not even pass, who knows? There have been crazier things, so that's it from my segment today. I hope you all kind of have something to sit on, and I'll see you guys next time.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. I can't get enough of Fallout, guys. I know we talked about it in this week's podcast, but I'm going to bring it up again just so that way I can look back at my bad predictions and hate myself. There's a couple things I do want to bring up. If you guys want the full discussion and conversation, please go check out issue 283 of Keeping Up with the Nerds, because we went much bigger into our predictions, and granted, both the podcast and this video will be coming out after Fallout Episode 8. So, yeah, just tell us how wrong we were in the comments, and for now, just enjoy it. Maybe we were right. Definitely, we were probably wrong. If that thing that Nick said, where Fallout Shelter 2 comes out, that's a wellness check. That you guys need to promise me. Not you, but you? Thank you. Yeah, definitely. So, with that said, let's go ahead, cue the Fallout music, and all the red lines that are right here, guys. What do I predict is going to happen at the end of Fallout Season 2? Well, one of the things that I did talk about in the podcast was that there is supposed to be a transition from New Vegas over to a new piece of territory that we've probably seen in the games. To me, it makes most sense to go to the Commonwealth. Maybe not yet the Capital Wasteland, because there was a lot of discussion of the Commonwealth being mentioned in the show. So to kind of bounce on to what Sean was predicting, I do believe that maybe in Season 3, we're going to go towards the Commonwealth. Maybe not get there exactly, given that Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy have said that they have enough for 5 seasons of content. But if we are journeying into the Commonwealth, that gives Season 4 the opportunity to really expand on the pretty much what happened with the Commonwealth, how the Brotherhood of Steel are doing, has the Institute fallen, and then in Season 5 we end with the Capital Wasteland as a tribute to Fallout 3. With that said, there are a couple key things that I do want to focus on that were brought up on the show. Primarily the fact that they did bring a paladin from the Commonwealth to the mutiny talk, the conversations that were happening in Area 51 when they had access to cold fusion. There is this thought that in discussion we thought that maybe the paladin was a synth pretending to essentially be the Brotherhood of Steel, a paladin from the Brotherhood of Steel of the Commonwealth. It would be an interesting fact if this synth was cosplaying as them to try to get full access to cold fusion, to then bring that back to a broken institute and have it be revived. That way we're not wasting full potential of the Enclave, and we can slowly start building them up as a bigger threat for Season 3 or Season 4 onward. Maybe don't bring the Enclave just yet. With that said, there are a lot of other things, particularly the ending and what I think could have possibly been done with New Vegas. There is a theory that I like, that it's basically none of the endings that exist that could have happened in New Vegas. Basically everything happened all at once. The Legion and New California Republic fought each other till the death, and now they're broken factions. Yes Man and House kind of worked together. House never got the platinum chip, which is why you see that Securitron at the base of House, the computer, when the ghoul walks into the Lucky 38 top floor. We see Securitron. We don't know if it's Yes Man, but it could possibly be that. With that said, House technically is alive, but is he really though? Maybe is it a different version of House? Is it the same personality? Who knows? But with producers basically saying that no canonical ending exists for New Vegas, it's safe to assume that possibly what they meant by that is that it's a different ending to New Vegas, leaving all 4 endings of the game for Fallout New Vegas to basically exist and still possibly happen when you play the game. To end it all, guys, what is the timer that exists on the Amazon Prime website for this series? My prediction to that, I'm gonna let it go. I don't think we're gonna get a shadow drop of Fallout 3 remaster or remake. There could possibly be an announcement to announce Fallout 5 so far or so early on. I don't think it's a good idea. So I don't think it's Fallout 5, but maybe an announcement that Fallout 3 remaster or remake could potentially come in the next 2 years. That is more of a possibility. Maybe with the launch of Season 3, possibly. But if they could at least maybe announce that the remakes or the remasters for Fallout 3 and New Vegas are in the works, that would be phenomenal and more than enough. For the love of God, Todd, please don't do something that you'll regret and give us some other BS crap. I don't want 76 anymore. I'm tired. I'm done. I love it, but no more of that. No more Fallout Shelter. Just give us something new, please. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Check out more content. There's more stuff, and I'm going to pass it on to the last member who's going to be talking about comic strips. Go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, I don't have anything for comic strips this week. They honestly burned me out on Fallout. I don't know what to say, but good for Brian. He doesn't have a lot winning in his life, so I'm glad Fallout's able to give him some happiness. Yay, Fallout.
No Resident Evil?
No.
A year ago, it was really hard. Akira Toriyama died. The entire Dragon Ball Z universe mourned, and we didn't know where the show was going to be going. We didn't even know if the show was going to continue. The last thing that we actually saw in the manga was all the Saiyans battling it out in a giant brawl. But we finally got an update, which is great. 2027, we are getting the Galactic Patrol Arc. That's awesome. So we're actually going to be getting the continuation of Dragon Ball Super coming 2027. What does that mean? So that means that we're finally going to get a conclusion where we see Goku, Vegeta, and they're going to be basically taken into the Galactic Patrol, and they're going to be sent off to fight Moro. Who is Moro? Moro is in the manga. He is this villain that can basically absorb energy, and he can absorb planets, and he can do different stuff. So, how exactly does this affect the Dragon Ball Z universe? One, we finally get a conclusion. We get more Dragon Ball Z, which, for one, is never a bad thing. I think Dragon Ball Z is one of the most classic animes that can continue going. It's something that has reached out and touched so many different cultures. It is such a big anime that it doesn't really, it crosses borders. And I'm glad to see that it's continuing. I'm glad to see that we're going to be getting more and more of this. That means that we're going to be getting granola. That means we're going to get more of these galactic Dragon Balls. We're going to be getting Vegeta getting his Ultra Ego, which, if you haven't seen Ultra Ego, it's awesome. He's all purple. It's basically, he's a god of destruction. It's super sick. We also get Super Sentai Goku, which is great because he just becomes a glowing god. Also, the greatest thing about it too, we actually get to meet where his dad was. We get more info on Bardock. We get to see Goku remembering his Saiyan roots. And that's going to be such an interesting thing, especially for the American voice acting and seeing where exactly everything else goes, because this is going to be an entire season of Dragon Ball Super where it's basically just Goku and Vegeta palling around in a spaceship taking on enemies. So it's going to be like this weird season where it's kind of like a buddy cop show, but it's Dragon Ball Z with one being super angry and Goku just not caring. And he's just kind of like, I want to fight everybody and everything else. So I'm super excited. I think that Dragon Ball Z Galactic Patrol, I'm glad that they didn't call it the Moro Arc, even though that is technically what it is. And then also we finally get to see what happened to Frieza. I won't spoil it for you. It's pretty sick. I'll put it right here. Of what exactly he becomes and everything. I'm super excited to see it. I love seeing how they're going to effectively use Granola, just because Granola is this person that used the Dragon Balls to become the strongest character in the entire universe. And then they do it again. And then they do it again. And it just keeps on happening. And it's really funny. I'm glad that, you know, we're getting continuation of Dragon Ball Z Super. I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what they're going to be doing in the future when we're looking at the manga, just because we haven't gotten a whole lot of updates on the manga. Unfortunately, we do know it's coming back, but we just don't know what direction it's going to be going in, especially with, you know, how everything kind of ended. But let me know what you guys think.
We also got 2 movies.
We did get 2 movies. Why do you have to interrupt? Yeah, we have 2 movies, we have everything else, but those 2 movies are going to be coming out. We don't know where they're going to take place in the season. We don't know where exactly they're going to be taking place. We don't know where the idea is. We don't really know what exactly it is. We just know that more Dragon Ball Z is coming. And I feel like more Dragon Ball Z is always better. You can't you can never have too much Dragon Ball Z. I really enjoyed Daima. I don't know if anybody actually watched Daima. I know that I did. It was great. You got to actually see Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan 4, and Vegeta finally turned Super Saiyan 3, even though he likes to say he didn't. But I want to know what exactly you guys thought. What do you guys think of the Galactic Patrol Arc, or the Moro Arc, or whatever you guys want to call it? And what did you guys think of everything else? What was it? The thing that Sean talked about, the thing that Brian talked about. How'd you like it? What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let us know. See you guys in the next one. Bye.